It is the beginning of everything, and everything is flawless. Light and darkness, the heavens and the earth, life, full and untainted. All created with absolute precision, with perfect counterparts. But suddenly, all this perfection is interrupted by something unexpected. In the midst of Eden, the ideal setting, without pain, without sin, without death, there comes a statement that breaks the harmony of it all. Something is not good. For the first time, the very creator of the universe points to a deficiency in the middle of paradise. And from it, new and unfamiliar sensations begin to rise around the first man. His breathing slows, his body grows heavy upon the fresh ground. The silence swells around him until it becomes absolute. With every exhale, his chest yields more, responding more slowly, as if the earth were drawing him closer to itself. What does this systematic weakening of his strength mean? What is happening to Adam during this strange suspension of consciousness? It is difficult to imagine that, at the height of excellence, something essential could still be missing. Among everything we know about the beginning of humanity, it remains hard to perceive that even a complete and flawless garden in God's Eden held a secret. Even after glimpsing behind the scenes of a moment many believe they know, yet few truly understand. By the end of this story, you will know what truly happened when the man fell into his deep sleep, and that it simply became the most astonishing turning point in creation. At the heart of the garden, everything is calm. The river Euphrates flows in steady rhythm, the fig trees sway gently, the scent of fruit fills the air, and the breeze spreads freshness across the fields. Yet beyond this harmony, something feels out of place, not in creation, but within the man. The sun rises. The garden breathes in a measured pace. Adam moves among perfect trees. He touches each living thing with his hands. He observes, tends, and names. One by one, the creatures pass before him, and he recognizes them. He tests names with his voice, finds the right sound, and lets the echo settle. Their identities are chosen with wisdom, reflecting the unique traits of each being. This act reveals his authority, but unconsciously, it also hides a longing. Watching closely, a pattern begins to emerge. Every creature has its pair, a clear balance, a visible correspondence. Two bodies that match, two beings that walk together, male and female, and he is alone. The repetition of pairs stirs something new within him, and an unfamiliar tremor, what would later be called loneliness, whispers quietly, growing in secret. There is no divine voice, no warning, only silence. The Creator watches, but does not intervene. It is not yet time. The sense of isolation is not accidental. It is a deliberate spark, permitted, intentional. The emptiness Adam feels is no flaw in the design, it is part of the plan. Each pair that passes affirms something still hidden from him, something without name or form, yet it disturbs him. And this is no accident. He crosses the field toward the shade of the tree of life. Placing his hand upon the trunk, he feels the coolness of the wood as if it held a promise unknown. In the distance, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil catches the sunlight in its high, leafy crown. The afternoon stretches on as he walks along the banks of the Pishon River, admiring the gleam of gold, bdellium, and onyx that cover the surface of the land of Havilah. The current brushes gently against his foot and moves on, indifferent to what he tries to grasp with his gaze. He closes his eyes, and his mind reaches toward a shape still unformed. The heavens remain silent, yet attentive. Adam gathers his breath, holds it for a moment, and exhales slowly. A restlessness grows, awareness sharpens, and the request he has not yet spoken begins to press upon his chest with an urgency that soon will be impossible to ignore. Time moves forward in the garden, yet Adam feels as though each moment stretches longer than the last. The current of the Tigris River glides over the stones that line its banks. His work continues, gathering fruit, watering the ground, tending to the animals. Nothing is lacking in Eden, yet something within him begins to stand apart, and no task can dissolve the growing unease inside. The awareness does not strike like lightning, it arrives as a certainty that quietly takes hold. With every creature that passes, the same scene repeats, two moving in harmony, always two. Movements answering movements, gestures completing gestures. Everything points to a balance that he does not share. God observes, he does not interrupt, he does not act, he only extends the silence. Time stretches on, feeding the tension required for the weight of absence to become inescapable. Adam tries again to surrender to his routine. He gathers ripe figs, lays his hand upon the grass wet with dew, and admires the living rhythm of creation. Yet nothing responds. Eden remains perfect, and still a void within him grows. He can no longer escape the realization, there is something beyond what he has already been given. The waiting is long, intentional. Each moment draws him away from indifference and closer to awareness, through a gap designed to prepare him for what is to come, as if each slow heartbeat leads him toward an inevitable point. In this interval, he is being shaped. Lying beneath a tamarisk tree, he watches the branches soften the light, filtering the end of the day into golden fragments across the ground. He follows the shifting patterns upon the soil, trying to distract his thoughts, yet his mind bends toward a mysterious absence. Suddenly, Adam rises with a start. A new restlessness runs through his senses, spreading inwardly. He senses that the moments ahead will resemble nothing he has ever known. His breathing slows gradually. A strange weight begins to overtake his limbs, and his strength leaves him little by little. The first signs of weariness rise from outside, irresistible, inevitable. His eyes struggle to remain open, and the magnificence of the garden takes on a new form. The rivers seem to run slower, the wind drags itself across the leaves and the grass, and the light hesitates before touching the ground. The trees of Eden no longer rustle beneath the breeze with their former vigor. The current of the Euphrates River winds through the plain without breaking its course, yet its sound grows faint, muffled, dimmed by the thickness of the air. A force rests upon the back of his neck, subtle at first, then firm. His body tries instinctively to resist, but finds no point of support. His eyes search for a branch, a bush, some mark in the sky, anything to hold on to, yet the steadiness fades away. His pulse, once steady and strong, slows its rhythm, yielding to a new cadence. A gentle breath brushes his face, then withdraws. His jaw relaxes, his tongue rests at the back of his mouth, his eyelids narrow softly, yet they feel irresistibly heavy. He tries to resist, he cannot. The world escapes him gradually, piece by piece. The fall is slow, yet certain. Sound, image, motion, all dissolve. The perfect natural order shifts, and his will yields without a fight. As his hand meets the earth, he grasps a handful of virgin soil, then releases it grain by grain until the last one falls. The blades of grass slip from between his fingers. His arm glides down the ground, motionless. His chest rises with effort, hesitant, and falls too slowly. A soft breeze caresses his skin and vanishes, leaving behind a different stillness, a comforting quiet. His heart responds faintly, slowing its pace. For the first time, sleep settles upon him. One word describes its uncommon nature, tardema, a deep, overwhelming trance that pulls him away from consciousness, an involuntary rest, an unexpected surrender. This tardema will appear again throughout history, preceding divine encounters, covenants sealed, and visions that unprepared eyes cannot endure. But now, it covers Adam like a heavy cloak. A final thought flickers across his mind before fading into nothingness. What will he find when his eyes open again? Adam remains surrendered to a deep sleep. His breathing brushes against the damp soil in a slow, measured rhythm. The air around him thickens, the eastern wind that circles the garden withdraws and shifts its course. The tree of life, standing tall nearby, casts a long shadow while remaining perfectly still. In the darkness that now enfolds him, something moves, graceful and unseen. While the man sleeps, heaven works. No blade, no sound, only the appearance of a precise incision invisible to any eye, meticulous, flawless. The line drawn upon the flesh follows proportions known only to the most skillful hands. The flesh yields without resistance, moving, returning, and closing in the very next instant, marking the first surgical act in history, and the first to succeed. The surface restores itself. No scar, no trace, no visible mark, only the faint sense that a boundary has been drawn within the young flesh. The body lies still, whole again, yet something within it is no longer where it once was. What has happened? The skin reveals nothing. The muscle does not quiver. While Adam remains unconscious, an extraordinary act unfolds, unlike the way he himself was created, revealed through a single, enigmatic word spoken with divine intent: Bana. God does not choose this word at random. His purpose is deliberate: to build, to establish, to raise up something solid and exact. His new creation is forged with special care, with loving precision and sculpted devotion. From the material drawn out of the man, a realignment begins to take shape, forming new contours that obey a design immediately sublime and masterful. From him arises a presence never before seen. Not a copy, nor a reflection, but a life born from the essence of another life. And in this moment, an unfamiliar word whispers for the first time: Selah. Thus emerges a troubling question: was it truly a rib? If it were only a bone, this new being would arise from an imperceptible detail, something almost invisible. But if it were an entire side, she emerges from a structural division, as though the man himself had been unfolded. Several images come to mind. Two boards standing upright, panels forming walls, sides that transform space into shelter. None of these speak of a small bone, but of structure, of an entire side. Thus, Selah is no trivial word. In the tabernacle of the wilderness, it describes the panels that uphold the framework, the sides that give form to the sacred space. Elsewhere, it designates the side of the ark where the tablets of the covenant rest. It is not a fragment, it is an essential part. If Selah raises the walls in the desert and outlines the place of meeting, why here, where the Creator personally engages in his most intimate design, would it mean a sliver? The word reveals more than a mere piece. It implies the pattern of essential sides, and sides form a dwelling, sides bear the covering. When one side leans, the other prevents the fall. Here in the garden, however, Selah hovers as an enigma. At times understood as rib, yet in Hebrew it allows another meaning. How can a single word alter the entire truth of an origin? If it indeed refers to the side, then this new creation becomes the half that was not yet missing, and when found, it fills the space that belonged only to her. The silence of Eden upholds the majesty of the work now complete. Adam lies still, his chest rising and falling in long, drawn-out intervals, obeying the slow rhythm of deep sleep. The Tigris River continues its course, indifferent, unconcerned with the dispute of meanings. The eastern wind begins to blow again, quietly, without force. Then, things begin to change within the man. The air rushes deeper into his lungs and leaves in shorter intervals, like one returning from beneath the waters. The sleep fades, the body awakens first, the mind after. The sound of the waters, the whisper of the winds, the stir of the creatures, all return of their own accord. A breeze sweeps through Eden, brushing against the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. His hand, seeking to shake off the numbness, moves on its own and touches his flank, a gentle touch, as if to confirm the place where a different sensation still lingers. There is no pain, no discomfort, only a strange satisfaction that explains nothing, yet suggests that whatever happened was good. And then, finally, his eyes open. The brightness stings for a moment as his eyes gradually adjust to the light. His vision clears slowly, blinking until the contours of the garden return. Sounds begin to emerge around him, first a low hum, then sharper, distinct tones. He lifts his head gently, still unsure whether time has passed or stood still. His body seeks support upon the untouched grass. In brief flashes, Adam recalls his task of naming every creature, and how, around each living being, another stood beside it. Yet around him, there had been no one but himself. Before he can cast away the memory, a small shadow moves slowly across the ground, gliding over his still body and disappearing from view. A soft breath fills the air, but it is not his own. A freshness carries a new scent, a new fragrance from a new presence. His gaze shifts, searching for the source of that unfamiliar movement. In an instinctive motion, he rises. Nothing unusual before him. It is when he turns that he finds what his spirit had been seeking. Not quite his reflection, nor a creature of the field. A new presence, breathing as he breathes, moving as he moves, watching him intently. His breath falters for a moment, a symptom of the sudden discord between body and mind. Fascination arrives first, astonishment follows. There is no memory of what transpired while his consciousness slept, yet the result before him is undeniable, wondrous, and profoundly welcome. His eyes trace the outline of the creature with genuine wonder and see, without effort, a reflection of himself, structure that mirrors his own, skin that extends his own. His heart recognizes what reason lags to understand. The realization bursts forth suddenly. Before him stands the counterpart no other life in Eden had ever offered. He perceives that she embodies something entirely new, yet strangely familiar. Her presence asserts itself without threat. She does not intrude, she simply is, as though she had always belonged there. Light caresses her face, her skin reflecting a golden glow. A gentle breeze plays through her long, flowing hair. Her eyes form a perfect, harmonious design, unique and incomparable. Her features are distinct, radiant, without equal. A serene curve traces her lips, shaping a subtle, flawless smile. And as he beholds her, Adam discovers the meaning of a new word: beauty. Adam finally breaks the silence with words that carry both identity and wonder. This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. They echo through Eden like an inaugural, indelible mark. He immediately calls her woman, distinct, yet inseparable from the man. She undeniably gives meaning to the word bana, for it is impossible to deny the evidence of patient and meticulous craftsmanship, curves conceived with intention, proportions balanced, a flawless fit. She does not appear as dust hastily shaped, but as a dwelling raised beam by beam, carefully built. The man lifts his hand toward the woman, closing the space between them, yet remains still, waiting for her response. He holds his breath for a moment, as if fearing that even a sigh might undo the delicate harmony before him. Then he releases it slowly, so that all may remain. His hand hovers between them, suspended in the narrow space that separates their bodies, waiting for the next movement. She stands before him, alive, radiant. Her presence fills the air with solemn calm. Her gaze meets his, longing to shorten the distance between them. Twilight pours between them, tracing their shadows upon the ground within reach of a touch. He steps forward with quiet resolve. She responds, approaching with care. The soil yields slightly beneath their feet, leaving faint marks in the soft earth. This time, she extends her hand, the gesture firm yet gentle. The approach is slow and deliberate, dissolving the shadow of emptiness. Her fingers hover near his side, at the place where the skin now lies smooth, without a scar, yet bearing the origin that brought her forth. His hand reaches near her face, so close he can almost feel the warmth of her skin, but he does not touch. His eyes travel across her features, as if to prove to themselves that what they see is real. His chest rises in short, steady cycles, each breath more certain than the last. The air between them thickens, charged with the expectation of a gesture that could seal what their eyes already affirm. He moves slightly closer and allows her the first touch. Her hand rests upon the place where his body had been opened and closed. In the next moment, his fingers glide gently across the warm, soft skin of her face. Their breaths meet and merge into the same rhythm. The distance between them dissolves as their bodies intertwine in an embrace, the first dialogue without words. The moment could stretch into eternity and still not be enough. As long as there are no words to describe what they feel, there is no other way to express it. For both, in that narrow space between waiting and touch, a new beginning is defined. Adam watches her with exceptional attention, like an art lover beholding the most perfect work or the most astonishing painting he has ever seen. And as he looks at himself beside her, he cannot help but compare. In a lush tree, two trunks rise together and open symmetrically, sharing the same sap. The banks of the Pishon River, running parallel, form the path through which the waters flow tirelessly. In nature, nothing stands alone. Following the rhythm of the ecosystem, they walk together a few steps along the well-shaped riverbank. Their footprints form two parallel lines that draw near and drift apart, never crossing. Their eyes meet again, only to confirm that both see the same thing, one within the other. A sincere, restrained smile and a gentle caress upon the face are all they need to make the experience undeniably real. Words are unnecessary. The body speaks without releasing a voice. Nothing that happens can be called simple, just as the answer to that unspoken emptiness cannot be reduced to a minor detail. That revealing word returns again, unrelenting, unwilling to yield easily. Selah. Seen more closely, it suggests more than a rib, it conveys the idea of a side, of support, of vital structure. For the tabernacle and for the ark, the term represents elements indispensable to their very existence. For the woman, it represents the essence that will make her the founder of humanity, the perfect outcome of God's patient craftsmanship. As Adam will later call her, Eve, the giver of life, the mother of nations, she does not appear as a fragile addition. She is the manifestation of a divine purpose that solitude had only whispered. The long wait had strengthened the weight of her arrival. Designed as the man's helper and counterpart, the woman is not merely a companion given without reason, but the magnificent revelation that could only be understood at the appointed moment. She now fulfills the fullness of the Creator's purpose. Now their shadows upon the ground, two parallel silhouettes, finally touch and cross their bounds. The world around them aligns to the same rhythm, once imperceptible while the mystery remained unresolved. The gentle light filtering through the leaves of the tree of life traces a subtle arch above them, and the afternoon shifts in tone without fanfare. Nothing more is needed, nothing more is awaited. The universe may continue on its own, for both have found the place where they belong, and neither intends to move. Today, in a world driven by constant haste, Adam's waiting for Eve moves to another rhythm. There are moments in life that reveal themselves only when the appointed time completes its course. The greatest gifts do not come when we demand them, but when we are ready to receive them. And perhaps that is what we must still remember. God's surprises are never early nor late. They arrive when we learn to trust the waiting. The woman is not, and never was, a residue of the man. She is his well-crafted side, of the same substance, the same dignity, the same proportion. The Lord God did not lightly choose to create her from Adam. His purpose was to show that neither holds dominion over the other, neither is superior nor inferior, but one comes from the other, an unbreakable connection. Scripture makes this clear. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. In other words, man and woman return to their original state, becoming one. This heavenly arrangement would face difficult days as humanity advanced, malicious questions, careless answers, and reckless choices. All of this only strengthens the urgency of turning our attention back to the author of all things, to the Creator and Almighty God. And as one who never changes, He still longs for your return, waiting for you, ready for an honest conversation. What kind of waiting marks your story today? Do you believe that God is still working in your life, even when He seems silent? Share your thoughts with us. Your experience is part of the message we long to spread. And if this story spoke to you, leave a like. This small gesture tells us we're on the right path and helps YouTube share more stories like this with others. And you don't have to stop here. In the description and the final card, there's another equally powerful episode that you must see. We'll meet you there. Hold on to this truth. While you feel that time passes and nothing happens, when God's silence is your only certainty, know that it does not cancel His purpose. Behind every passing moment, He is working to fulfill all things. Your faith has not been abandoned, and your eyes are being refined to behold a great promise coming to life.